welcome back. Well, I should say, glad to be streaming, actually. Just gonna, I thought I'd come on here and show you why I want Pumps and Hoses to come to 25. I can't wait for it to come. If it's supposed to be coming soon, I hope it comes sooner than what they're, come on, Giants, get it out. uh, as you see, I got, on this map, I've been playing lots of hours on it. I got 5,921,912 in this map. So, with that being said, gonna get my live stream pulled up here. If I can get it just tonight. If I don't get it, I'm not gonna worry about it. But I'm gonna start off with the map tour real quick first, and show you how I got $5 million. Oh, excuse me on here. Okay, first off, we'll dive in here and look at the map. I own all these fields. This here is the pig barn. I own all these fields down here. I own these fields, all these fields around the main farm. I got pigs. I got these here, all 3 chicken coops right here. Here we can zoom in, see all 3 chicken coops. I got the cows are maxed out. I own this field, these fields here. Then you come up and I own these fields. And then these here are all apple trees to make apple juice. And these here are all like, what do you call them? I just had the word. Like factories and stuff, you know what I mean? I got donuts, I got dairy, I got a spinnery here. And this here is the potato chip factory. These here are the open gardens. I got potatoes in there. I got all kinds of. But anyway, this here's mainly how I made my money. Was all these factories and stuff. People say you don't like doing them, but they make on this map. They make on this one they make good money. That's the animal, and right up here, I own this field, and I put in a couple sales points here. And we'll Scotty's Donuts it's a local donut shop to me that I go get donuts at. So yeah, there's that. And then this here is the farmer's market, farmer's shop selling. And then this here is a Mexican restaurant. I put those in. But anyhow, that's how I made the most money. Tonight we are going to do the pumps and hoses on this field right here, the 86 and 55. The 93 needs done, and the 56, they all need done. Nothing's planned in none of my fields right now. So I thought I'd come on here and just kind of like, show how to do pumps and hoses. So let's go. Go to my channel. Here. Oh, the live stream's there. Hey. Alright. And it popped right up for the first time. Look at that. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, if you guys are, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys have fun chatting there. If I don't, I'll see it popping up. I'll answer if I see it. But anyway, let's get into this here. I would put chickens in here, but it's kind of hard to get the eggs down from there. Okay, first things first. We're gonna jump into the 6R here. We're gonna fire this up. If the engine that's too loud, please let me know. I can turn it down. Well, how about I just go do that now, maybe. Oh, do if I remember how. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played on here. We'll just turn the master volume down a tad. There we go. That should be good. First off, all of our pumps and hoses stuff is, and I got a lot of slurry, so we're not gonna run out of slurry. So first thing we gotta do is we're gonna move this air compressor out of the way because we don't need it right now. We'll put it on a different tractor. So we're gonna drop that. Oops, we're gonna drop that off there. We're gonna drop that off there. We're gonna back in here. We're gonna hook up to the hose. Now we're gonna go to the field. And we're gonna park this tractor and we're gonna come back. We're gonna get another tractor because we gotta take this slurry tank. We'll fill it first We'll fill it first before we go yeah, see, we need to do this field, so. But we'll save that for later. We'll come and do this field here first. We'll start right this field here. Now we're gonna put our, wait, or is this one done already? No, this one ain't done. This one might be a little hard to do because it's cultivated. But we'll be alright. Hello! How you doing? Okay, now we're gonna jump in our tractor here. Come on. Instead of jumping all around, we'll just jump out. No, we can use... We're gonna use the 9620. That's pretty good. Okay. We got a hook onto here. This is our tank. Okay, it does need a little bit of slurry. Oh, we gotta pick it up first. We're gonna go fill it up while we're here. And then we're gonna fill the trailer up. And we'll bring it down too, because we're gonna need it anyway. But we'll go fill this up first. Come right here. Hopefully we can, yeah, see, we can fill it. No, don't. I want to fill it. Not empty it. Okay, sounds good, thank you. I didn't want to empty it, I wanted to fill it. Oh, why it wouldn't fill out there. Guess we'll just take it out of the cow barn just to fill it. But we're gonna need a lot more than that. And I don't know why we got water in here, because it don't use none of the water out of the tank for some reason. I gotta remember which side this thing hooks up on. Which that don't matter. Oh, makes a turn. Now, our hose ain't gonna be long enough to do the whole field, so once we do half the field, we're gonna have to turn around, and then we're gonna move this tank again anyway, so we're gonna set this bugger right up about here. Looks good. Drop tank down. We'll leave that tractor running. We'll come over here. And we'll press to unwind. Start unwinding. Now you want to kind of do one of these numbers here. Come up as far as possible. You can make a turnaround. You want to keep it off the field as much as possible. It don't matter if you cross over this, because that hose will go. And you come down like this if you have to. You want it to end pretty close to the end there. How much is it? The end ought to be close. Where is the end? There it is. Okay. Perfect. So now we're gonna park this here. Normally I'd run up and down further. Okay, let's use this. Why not? Because this has a lot of hills on it, so we'll use the tractor with more horsepower. So we're going to put the air compressor on the front. Now you don't have to, but if the hose gets clogged, it's already on here. And you can, that way you can blow it out real easier that way. Now we ain't got to keep switching tractors. This first one is a cultivator too, so we'll take this. Okay, so we're gonna come up here. We're gonna pull this here apart. We're gonna attach. L1 and triangle. Okay, that's attached there. So what we gotta do is come on here, unfold this. Now we're just gonna back up here. Now we gotta run down here. We gotta get our tool out here. Hit your circle button. Drag this over to about here somewhere. Drop it. Put our tool away. Jump up in the tractor. Hit our triangle. And there, we are connected. Now, you activate your pump. That's all there is to it. Now you jump up in your tractor. And you see the little yellow bark down at the bottom? And once you lower this, whoops! Now I got to lower that too. There we go. Now we are putting slurry down. See how it's in the green? It's because I got too much hose stretched out too far. But yeah, we'll go about halfway down this field. We'll go so far down this field. I messed up. That's gotta stay lowered. There we go. And see, we are putting it in the ground. Yeah, it is only 12:43, so we're still good. Now you can stop it there. Normally you don't stop, you just keep going. And you drop her back down. See, that way it stays in the green the whole time. You want that in the green. But you got to keep an eye on your level where it says the IC, the 450. See how the liters go? That's how much slurry you got in your tank. So you lift up. You can even go a little further here. Make a turn. Come back about here, drop her down. Now we get up here, I'm going to stop and I'm going to go get my tanker and fill my tanker. Okay, now we gotta jump in our truck here. Not that one. Where is it? There we go. I don't know if I can empty out that tanker there or not. So we'll use the tanker I know I can empty out of. Now, if we were close, we could hook right into this tank and push the slurry down to the field if we were close. I don't like his trailer and his truck. I like his trailer, period. See our tank's pretty full. We probably have some slurry at the pig farm too, so we can always get it out of there too. Well, since there's nothing planned in the field, we're gonna cut right across like this. Now this can be a little tricky trying to find where the spot is to go in. There it is. See, now it'll go in there and fill that up until, as long as we're moving. That truck and that's parked in my way, so. Oh, that is still running. Okay, good. What we might do is we might put a headland in here. Because we're going to need that room there to see to turn around. We'll go down, we'll come back up, and then we'll do a headland. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do this right here like this. So this is kind of straight now. See, it's keeping it full. Because while we're pumping out here, the truck's pumping it in there. So it's kind of keeping that kind of full. When we start to see it going down, getting too low, then we'll stop. Then we'll go fill the truck back up and we'll come back. So now this is where we're going to pick up. And we're going to back up. We shouldn't back up like that, but we are anyway. We're going to drag our hose like this. And like this. Now we're going to drop down here. We're going to put a couple of headlands in. Yeah, we shouldn't be driving over the hose either. But see the hose moving? We're going to drop down again. We're going to go back. We're going to just repeat and rinse the same thing. That should give us plenty of room to do our turnaround. It also messed up our hose line for our first couple laps up and down, which is perfect. It's not there now, so we're good. We could have went further down that field too, but it's okay. The only bad thing is when we move that tank, we'll have to we might have to rewind the hose up. We might be able to drag it by hand, but I don't know. Let's pull the hose over this way. Try getting it out of my way there. It does use a lot of slurry doing this, though. That's the bad thing about doing it, but it does take longer because, I mean, your work width isn't that wide compared to a manure spreader, compared to the slurry spreader tanks, and You know, the dribble bars and... But in real life, this year is more environmentally safe than letting them the toxin of the manure smell out. You know, it's not bad in the open air, like. But if you get in a confined space where there's not a lot of air, you can die from it. Okay, hang on. Do-do. Got my right. Yes, the unassembled hose clogged at 78%. So we need to jump in here. We need to disconnect. We need to go back to our this tractor. We need to fire the air compressor up. Lower air compressor. I gotta remember how you turn it on. Change the driving. I can remember to turn the air compressor on. Let's start the tractor. Lower the air compressor. We don't want to change the activate rate. We can't unassemble the hose. Still can't figure out how to turn on the air compressor, or even how to use it. I know you do it inside the tractor, I'm just trying to remember how. I'll grab one of these. No, not that one. Where's the one at the front? There we go. Huh. I got 3 8Rs if you can't tell. I just bought one that was on sale for real cheap. Maybe that did have a front PTO on it, I don't know. Yeah, see, I can't figure out how to... Ah! R3. The air compressor's building. Okay, now it's done. Maybe you have to... Okay, now how do you clean the hose? Unassemble hose. I don't want to do that. Detach hose. Well, it don't make sense. I gotta remember how you clean the hose out. It don't... Ah! There we go. 0% clogged. There we go. I guess we could just leave this tractor hooked up to it. It's got enough power. Maybe that one just didn't have... Oh, that one don't have a front PTO, that's why. That's why it won't work. No PTO in the front. Okay, that explains it. And now I need to jump back in here, turn this on. There we go. That's what the water and the thing's for. I thought it was to thin it out so it don't. But I can't figure out how to turn the water on. I mean, it's full. It's got full of water. need to talk to a real farmer. So I need to talk to a regular farmer and that does this, that knows about, and ask him what the water is actually for in the tanks. Because I thought it was the water, the slurry down. I'm just wondering if I can't put a front PTO on this tractor to do that with. That way, when it's clogged, I can just use the one tractor. There we go. Yeah, I just thought I'd jump on and show you guys how to use pumps and hoses. Another kind of quick referral. It's kind of coming back. It came back to me like real easy. I picked it right back up. It's super easy. Yeah, sorry about the air compressor thing. Why it didn't work on this tractor because there was no PTO. For the air compressor to run. Like I said, you can get a pump that you can put it at your slurry tank. You can put a slurry tank by your fields, so you don't have to keep dragging that container around. But like this field, I could put one and put it over in the corner in the woods, and I could do this field, and I could do that them other two fields down there, down by the pig barns, all at once without moving that container around. I just would have to fill that silo up with it. That little chunk there, I'm probably not going to worry about. I think I could do this whole field without moving that container. We'll find out, because we're going to give her a go. At least if not, if it just unattaches itself. At least we'll have this part of the field done anyway. Now we're gonna go up this way this time to get the headland here. So we're not. Maybe that was a mistake. Think about how the hose is gonna lay in the field. Okay, let's go one more pass up here. Let's drag my hose down this way. We'll turn around. There we go. Okay. It's working out pretty good. Okay. I guess we'll come down here at the end then. We'll go to the end of the field. We'll try that. We'll stretch the hose up this way as far as we can. So it's not in our way. Yeah, I could have done this whole field. What I should have done is just run the hose up and down this way, along this road, the whole length of this road. Then, like that, we'd have been fine. So we can come over here. We are gonna have to get some slurry. Yeah, that would have been fun. I could have done that. I'll have to remember that next time. I can just do this full length field without worrying about it. There we go. Right now is when I need a truck driver to go back to the and get me some more out of the tank. But I guess we're gonna have to do it ourselves. We're sure not that far from the farm, so I should have turned up in there. Oh well. We're alright. But I thought that big tank would, I could use it. I wouldn't have to make no trips at all. Well, probably one. Because it holds more. See, we got plenty of slurry in there. I'm sure the cows are making some more as we're doing this field. And there's some down at the pig barn too. I can check and see how much is the pig. It's a pig barn here. Slurry. There ain't that much at the pig barn. Well, if we have to tap into it, we can. Whoops. We're gonna go this way. It's smoother. I don't know if it'll empty out of that tank or in another tank or not. Into the container. I know I can take it out of the slurry pit at the cow barn and empty it in there. I tried one time pumping it from there over into the tank. It wouldn't work. He's like, no, you can't do that. There we go, now we're filling back up. We'll get turned around here. And we'll drop this down. Hopefully we got enough slurry now to finish the... And then we'll move the container and we'll do them two fields. Well, this field here. I don't know really if you'd be doing this in December or not, but probably not because the ground would be frozen. I would say late October, November would be, early November would be the latest you could do it. because you don't want it to. Well, spreading it's one thing, but injecting it's a different thing. You don't have to worry about it running off and running down into your oh, running off and running down into streams. You know, running off your fields. See, we're injecting it, we're not spreading it. That's the difference. Ah, we're too far. Yeah, we pulled it too far. What the heck? Do. Play nice now. I want to know what. They come unhooked again? No, it's still hooked up. Oh. Got to turn the pump on. There we go. I can't wait for this to come out in 25. They better not just be a teaser saying that they're bringing it and not. Even if I have to pay for this, I will. Okay, we come unhooked again. There we go. If it does again, we'll have to wind the hose up and re-stretch it. And we'll move the slurry tanker down this way some. Or container. You guys get the gist of it, it's easy. I mean, it's simple to work. Winding the hose up is the worst part. That takes the longest, winding the hose up. Just make sure your tractor has the front PTO on to run the air compressor. That helps. Boy, this would work great with precision farming on, I bet. You would use less, I think. I don't know if it works on precision farming. Never tried it. I bought this tractor just to do this with. Use this tractor with. I'm gonna have to take it to the shop and when we're done, see if we can't put a front PTO on it. It's got the 3-point link, but there's no PTO. Gotta watch what we do here. Might pull that hose too far. Yep, they just come unattached. So we're going to detach the hose. I need to get our 6R here real quick. This takes the longest. Okay, now we gotta switch to start rewinding. Oh, it's going pretty quick this time. Normally it goes real slow. Sometimes it goes real slow. That's why I left that little bit on there. If you leave a little bit on there, that one little spot, a little section, and then it'll go real quick. If you don't have none on there, it goes super slow. It will take you forever to wind this thing up. You kind of want to drive with it just to help it out a little bit. Like back up with it. You can put it on the front too. If you got front PTO on the front and go real slow. Driving forward. But then you gotta just connect. Yeah, you know what I mean. You want to leave it on the back so whenever you're running the hose out, it's easier to unwind that way. And you can't get out of the tractor. You gotta stay in the tractor the whole time. If you get out, the hose will stop. So while it's winding up, you can't go. You can't go move the tankers or move your other tractors around. Because when I first started doing this, I did that, and I come back and it didn't want to hose up. I'm like, what? I figured it'd be done by the time I got back. Yeah, so we're not even halfway wound up yet. It's going slow. Normally goes a little faster than this. Ah, here comes the end. I see it moving now. Come on. There we go. Worst part about it is, we ain't got this little bit to do. Do 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 do. There we go. Those must be getting clogged again. And I use the orange hose just because it's easier to see. I mean, there's blue, there's yellow. I can't remember all the colors. But you can pick whatever color you want. And it's better if you buy the longest hose you can, and then buy a bunch of short ones. Because the more connections you make, yeah, means you got that many more to put together as you're laying out the hose. But in some cases, it'd been nice to have a smaller hose just to, you know, do this little bit instead of dragging all that hose out. Well, hopefully we have enough slurry to make it to the end. But you guys get the gist of it. Not how to do it. It's simple to set up. It's simple to use. I don't know why people don't like it. I mean, yeah, it's slower. You only do 9 mile an hour. You're working with only that wide instead of like a dribble bar or a spreader. But and this costs more to do this than it would be just to spread it with a spreader. Because you can still use that tank to come, set your field and fill out of it too, so fill up your spreaders. I wish Farm Simulator would get Noon to do their, so we could have Noon stuff, like Noon tankers and stuff, slurry spreaders and injectors and their trailers and all that stuff. Noon makes some pretty good stuff. I think when we get done with this, I think I'm gonna try to blow the hose out again, if it'll let me. I hate the shadows of the trees. It makes it hard to see. Yeah, we must be plugged again. Because we're in the yellow. That's what it thinks when you get to the end of the, like a small piece of the kiss, and you're constantly turning around. No, 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 I just messed up. Oh, I just messed up. Well, I just screwed the pooch. Not really, hold on. R3. Uh, I can't clean out the hose. It's not coming up to clean it out. Okay. So just detach it. Come here, little hosey. Come there. There we go. Attach to that. There we go. Start rewinding. Oh, now you're gonna go like a turtle. Come on. Told you this is the worst part. Somebody come and set my tractor for me. You can't hire a worker either. I tried that. That don't work. See, watch. Yeah, see? It goes straight to select destination. I thought, oh, I'll hire a worker and just let them sit in the tractor. Watch this. As soon as I jump out of the tractor, look. No more winding in. It stops. Jump back in. Starts back up again. But look how slow it's going. This is what takes forever. Then there's no PTO hooked up to it. It's all hydraulics. And you can't give a tractor any more RPMs. Oh, this takes forever. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes it goes like really, really super, super slow. And this is one of them. But anyway, you guys want to come down your slurry tanks. There's your air compressor. There's your hose reel. There's a double hose reel. That one there is, I can't remember what that does. But this here is the pump that you put at your tanks, like your big tank where it was at, where I got my slurry out of. You set that and you can run your hoses to the field. There's your container. And then there's this one you can use. And this one. And this one. Or this one here, I'm not sure what. And this one goes on, I think it goes on. Yeah, that's that pack thing that goes on your tractor. And then these slide, then you slide that underneath. These are two. So that's the smallest one, which is like, see, it's 12 meters. I mean, that's not that bad. 9 meters. But I think that's the cultivator. Yeah, that's the cultivator. And I can't remember where the hoses are. Are they? They might be under miscellaneous. There's your wrench. This has something to do with it too. I'm not sure what this. Oh, that's that. That's a pump. That you put your. You can use this too. You put it your. You put that at your container, your silo, and this is for something. This is a transfer pump that you would put like in the middle of the, like in the middle, so it goes further. I don't know where the hoses are. I thought it's under miscellaneous. Apparently not. Well, like I said, you can just like go under here and, but you can find the hose by going to one of these things and click your R3, and there's your hose. And then you see, choose 1,000, 200, 300, 400, 500. I got 500 feet. And then here's your color options: black, orange, yellow, red, the blue, the green, the brown, and the gray. See? But I think the orange or the yellow would show up the best like in a field. You definitely don't want to do brown or green. You could possibly do blue. It'd probably show up in the field too. But if you would get in grass, it wouldn't. The green wouldn't show up. And we're still winding up. Oh god, it's taking forever because it's going so slow. I tried like running it out again and unhooking it and then laying the other piece down and trying it to see if it'd go faster. But it won't let me do that now for some reason. So I'm stuck here doing this. Yeah, see, it won't let you. Oh, guess it will let me unwind. We're gonna try something here. Well, I guess it had quite a bit done. There we go. See how fast that's going? Oh, you bastard. I thought there was a way I could hook these two together. There we go, see? Ha ha! Ha ha! Okay, well, I want your wand. I can't get the wand up. Okay. Maybe I gotta detach this. Where was it? No? There you go. Oh, God, here we go. It's going so slow. Maybe she left that little one off. Well, you guys get the drift of it on how it works. Just takes forever to line the hose up. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing else. You gotta sit here and wait for it to wind up. Maybe that's why people don't like using it. Normally, normally it wraps up very quick. Why it's doing it tonight going so slow, I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. You guys can watch it wind in. I mean, there ain't nothing else to do. You guys might as well, unless I just send a stream, what time is it? Yeah, we'll let it go for a little bit longer here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Figured on there while I was up, I might as well go to the bathroom. I see we made it really far. Might as well do my nightly pills here. My nightly meds. Oh, I wish they'd coat that pill. Ugh. You take that thing, anything but water in it. Ah, it just dissolves like really fast. And it leaves a horrible aftertaste there. I need to coat that one. It's one of the important ones, the blood pressure and kidney protector pills. So, you know, so I really need to take out one. I was on one before that, and it was it was putting my cholesterol too high. I went to have surgery on my foot in the hospital in Duke because my cholesterol was up too high. I think that's what it was. So my cholesterol was too high, that's why I wouldn't do it. Anyway, I had to go to a different hospital because it was too high and blah blah. Long story short, anesthesiologist wouldn't put me under because of it. And I had an off thing on my feet, so I don't have feeling in my feet to begin with. So my foot doctor was gonna do my surgery on it at my local hospital. She's like, just give him a local. He has an off. He can't feel it anyway. And he still wouldn't do it. He's like, no, blah blah. Yeah, I'm like, so she called one of the doctors. She called a surgeon next another town over from mine, and close to me, not too far, like 30 miles or like something like that. And I was in the hospital, so I had to get transported from one hospital to the other by ambulance. Yeah, big runaround. I went over there, and they got me. By the time I got over, it was late at night. Next morning, early in the morning, the surgeon comes in. He looks at it and goes, yep, I'll be getting you in here in a couple hours, within a couple hours to do surgery. Okay. anesthesiologist comes in like 20 minutes later. Yep, no problem. We'll whenever a few things, I'd sign the release forms and all that crap. give him permission to do, put me under, and blah blah blah, all that crap. And I was down. I was down in surgery by 9 o'clock in the morning. I was back in my room by 11. And yep. But then I was in the hospital for like a week after that. Anyway, so I could have went home like a day or two earlier, but I was fine staying the extra day or whatever it was. I said, yeah, I'm good. I can stay another day if you want, because I knew there was a bad snowstorm was coming. So I was like, well, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. It's supposed to get a bad snowstorm anyway. So why don't I just stay another night? It's not gonna hurt, you know, being under your guys' care for an extra night. He's like, yeah, you're right. He goes, I'll get you here tomorrow then. So, yep, so then I had my best friend's mom and dad come get me, which I call my mom and dad anyway. I called them and said, hey, come and get me, okay? So they get over here. They get over to the hospital. They pick me up. We're on the way home. And my best friend calls and goes, what are we doing for supper? And he's talking to his mom, and his mom goes, I don't know. And he goes, let's go out to eat. Let's go to Hoss's. And where the Hoss's is, it's in the town where the hospital was. So I know sooner we get back to their house and we jump in. He gets cleaned up from work, and then we head right back over. I'm like, his mom and dad's like, if you would have said something, we could have just met you there instead of come on having us drive all the way over here, pick you up and then go back over again. We could have just met you, because he had to come by there anyway on his way home from work. Well, he goes, I knew he's picking them up. I said, well, I called you and told you that mom and dad was picking me up. Because I called him first, and then I called to see if he was off work yet. Because it was about the time I was getting off, about the time he was getting off. And that way he could just swing over and pick me up on his way home. Of course, he didn't answer the phone, so I showed him a text message saying, hey, I'm done. I'm ready. I can go home. Wait a little bit, no answer, so I just called mom and dad and said, hey, mom, come get me. She's like, okay, we will. Man, this poor guy, I could have took like 2-hour power nap, boy, by the time this hose wound it up. Now if I would have took that little one off and just did this big one, it probably still would have went this slow. Oh, you're finally done. Now you gotta go put this thing back on. Okay. Now, where is this thing at here? We gotta line this up here. This is a bugger. I will tell you, this is a bugger to line up. I will say that. So we'll turn the lights on bright so you see what we're doing. Now we're gonna unfold this, and it's hard to see it's hard to see it because you can't, because you gotta put it right between that little, you gotta put it right in the middle, right between that gap, right through there, right like that. There we go. We're hooked back up. That's a good deal. Do I want to venture on another one of these? Or should I call it stream there? You guys got the gist of it. You seen how it works? Just takes forever to wind that hose up. Yeah, it's 11:30 my time. You know, I'm not doing nothing tomorrow. I gotta stay home anyway, so. Yeah, so. Alright, thanks everybody. I'll tell you what, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Probably won't be on here. I just wanted to jump on here and, oh! Thursday night throwbacks tomorrow night. We will see you guys tomorrow night right back on the other Valley Farm on, you know, on 19. So, we will catch you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a great night, great day, whichever it may be for you. And we will see you tomorrow night, my time, around, I'll say 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So everybody have a good day, great night, whichever it may be for you. And so we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Later, everybody. Have a great one. Please like and share it with your friends if you like. You know, have a good one, everybody. Subscribe too if you're not subscribed already.